welcome to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74. Today we're going to bring another beast, another gaming beast, a really good, awesome little machine here. Not little, big beast I'm talking about. So we're going to take a look at it and let me know what you guys think about it. And let's unwrap this baby from the beginning. Okay, we got something special that just arrived. CYBERPOWERPC. Now, this is just not any ordinary power PC. We're gonna open it up today and we're gonna talk about what's unique about this machine in particular itself. So I just want to let you know, I was searching for Amazon for the cheapest PC that has a 2080 RTX 2080 NVIDIA RTX 20 video card, and this is it. Found it. Best deal of the century, I would say, until maybe this holiday, because after December, you know, you're gonna start seeing these suckers sell like pancakes, prices go up, and it's gonna be impossible to find something like this. So let's go ahead and open it up right here, see what you get when you include what's included in the box. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, off the bat, first of all, we get a little box that's in here, and this is the mouse itself. So we're gonna get the mouse, and you get the power connection. They give the antennas, a manual here for the motherboard, and it's an MSI motherboard. So we're gonna open it up. We're gonna take a look at it. Other accessories, nothing else. This is pretty much what it's included. Of course, they give you the keyboard. Keyboards are actually a pretty good keyboard. They give you a little red key keyboard. It's wired. It's not wireless, so you get this freaking big old keyboard. Not bad, you know, not bad system. It's a multi-keyboard gaming PC, and they're known for good keyboards. But we're gonna have to, let's open it up and see what we actually get in here. What kind of keyboard do you get when you open it up? With the mouse here, keyboard, and feels cheap, you know, feels regular keyboard. Super loud. Laser touch. I like these volume controls here and the audio stuff, so I like this one. I might replace the current one I have, but they give you the red buttons too. They're not made of metal, but they're just red buttons. If you guys see them, they give you all solid red. You know, they're not anything fancy. It's the same material as the other thing. So let's open the mouse. The mouse does require some assistance here. Let's go ahead and open it up. And what kind of mouse do you get when you buy this machine? They give you a multi-touch button. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has a sniping button, which is good. It seems it's all wired, and they give you the, yeah, it's very smooth. They give you all the buttons, decent buttons, but this one actually has more buttons than another regular mouse. Yeah, it's pretty neat, pretty decent little mouse. Very smooth. This could be replacing other mouse. This is not bad. This is not a bad mouse, to be honest with you, that they give you. The mouse and keyboard, that's actually a plus, because not a lot of companies give you all that stuff, accessory. So the case itself, the case itself, it's not bad. It's all made of glass. There's a couple of screws in here that they're loose right now. This is glass itself. If you guys can notice, there's some bags in here. So we're gonna open it up, see what we get in here. So, and we're gonna bring that camera a little bit closer too, and find out exactly what's included. So first of all, let's lift the glass slowly and put it down. I don't want to break it. Don't want to break it, so I'm gonna put it somewhere that I'm not gonna crack it. Remove this part. Here we go. Nothing fancy about it. Plenty of freaking room. Go ahead and bring that closer. Let's bring the camera in here so you guys can see it. We'll talk about it. All right, we're gonna talk about it first, and here it is. From the top view, a bird's eye view, you get these dual fans in here. This is a freaking awesome thing, and you get the radiator right in between. So it's gonna keep everything really cool here. Oh shoot, just this thing just popped out. It's a little tape in here. All right, there it is. GPU is going to be nice and cool here when it comes in here. I'm going to put all the specs of what I'm running in here. This is an RTX 2080 on here, on board. Brand is a GeForce RTX. Remember, it's a 2080. Really good machine. Now, let's go ahead and 16 gigs, 8 gigs a piece. Of course, it has a little thermal shield in here. It has 1, 2, 3 fans on the side of it. Awesome little running fans right here. They color change, so we're gonna turn it on too. But what I like about it, that the motherboard has room for 2 more memory slots in here. Another slot for another video card in here in the slot. It's an MSI. Here's a wireless card. They do give you a wireless card in here. I like that part of it. Now, the hard drive is on the opposite end, on the other side of this thing. So we're gonna take a look at it. If you guys notice, it's right here. It's plugged in. One of them's plugged in here, right here, and it goes through the back. We're gonna open the back, and right now we can see all the plugs in. Here's the USB plugs for the front panel. They all go. They're all plugged in. Make sure. This is a little bit loose when I got it, so make sure that you check all your connections. Make sure they're all valid first. Power supply, nice and neat. It all tucks into the back. They're all color coordinated. Everything's red in here. Red, red, and red, red. These are regular rings. You could replace them too. But the liquid power supply, this one's not nylon protected. It's all plastic rubber. You could actually feel it. It's pretty tight in there. You could also replace this if you want. And it doesn't light up. It doesn't have any lighting up here. I noticed that there is a protected cover, but there's no light. So we're going to keep it as is right now. We're going to open it up and we're going to plug it in and see if it powers how it generates the whole lighting. But first, we're going to flip it over, see where we can find the hard drive. And then the power supply in here, of course. I'll put all the specs on the side of it, see what's available in here. There's no indication of any other thing that's installed. We're going to put the very important connect monitor here. It tells you where to connect the monitor because first time it has to run DPI. Look how many connections it has. Do not connect the monitor here, it says. So you're not, let me just show you what it's talking about. So do not connect the monitor here. People make a mistake always connecting it here. It goes here. It needs to be connected on this one. There's a wireless connection. Now the system up there, it has space for more fans, but there's no fans. It's just a basic filter right here, which maybe airflow could go in here to the top, but nothing fancy about it. If I pull away here, you're gonna see a little picture how it looks in there. Plenty of freaking room for anything you could add in. I mean, you could actually add 2 of these video cards, but you might not have the room here. If I'm looking at the space, there might not be enough space for 2 video cards because of the fans. These fans are taking a lot of space in here, and I don't think this motherboard is set for that kind of hold on, let me see if I can zoom it in. I don't think that motherboard is set for this kind of system because you can't really fit two of these RTX cards in here back to back. It's going to be impossible here because this is super thick, if you guys notice that. Now the video card itself takes 2.5 inches, so fitting 2.5 inches is going to be impossible side to side. There's no way you can fit 2 video cards on this motherboard. You're going to have to replace the motherboard if you ever want to put another RTX 2080 on here. There's no way you can fit on it. All the plugs are well stable. They're all connected. They all seem like they're going to the back real tight in there. Other than that, I mean, I could talk about this machine on and on, but there's not that much in here that has the wow factor other than the lighting. And we're going to turn it up right now and see how it goes. But the main piece of resistance is here, the RTX 2080. This is not a TI, 2080 Ti. I forgot to mention is our 2080 Ti. Really good machine. Never connect the monitor in here. They even put it in, blank it out. This is just for the motherboard itself. We're not using the motherboard features or the actual monitor connections. We're using the actual GPU connection, which is the 2080 in here. It's not water based. Soda gaming, that's what it says. GeForce RTX. So we're gonna flip it over and see what's on the other side where we can find the hard drive. This is the front end. This is one end that you open it up, and we'll take a look at the whole thing. Now here in the back, we got everything pretty much covered. We'll uncover the back itself. All the cables go in here. We're going to take a look at the cable management. It seems like they did a horrible job on cable management. They just pretty much tied everything up in here in one angle and pull it all the way to the back. But nobody sees the back, so it's not that bad. And if you see the big mess in the back, it's because of the actual power. It's all different areas. It's just there's too much and not enough room for everything. They give you fans connections and stuff like that on here. It's all base, it's all pushed in here. Now we do see the hard drive itself in the back, but this is the mechanical drive right here that we're looking at, and down below is a solid state hard drive. This back of it, this is the back of the CPU, of course. The backing is covered here. This is all back and supported by the cover itself. This cover here that goes on this system here, it's not glass, it's aluminum too, so it covers the back end of it. So anytime you have to reach out to a hard drive, you have to come through the back here. There's no way you can do it to the front. It's covered in the front. So we're gonna take a look, see if there's an actual way, but right now it looks like everything's coming through this back end, and all the cables go through here and they actually follow in there through there and tunnel into the system. Now the system itself, it looks well made. There's plenty of room. It's bronze, 80 bronze, so it's not the gold or the titanium one. It's a decent one. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. Now if you guys see here, these connections right here, this is where magic happens. This looks like a little controlling box, so we're gonna find out exactly what's going on with this. This looks like probably the color coordination for the actual fans, but we're gonna see if that's the case. Other than that, the back end, there's nothing else in the back that you need to be worried about it, unless you're gonna reach out for the hard drives. That's the only way you're gonna be able to come back, disconnect them. Now the cable itself are a little tight, so anything you move, you might have to cut the zip ties before you actually do any kind of movement or any addition. So let's go ahead and bring it back to the front. After uncovering it, this is what you get in the front. You uncover it and it shows you the front half of the actual glass, and then the other half was aluminum base. So it shows you the internals of the fans from the front end, which is not bad at all. You know, it's one of those things that it's a well-made desktop. So nothing fancy about it. There's no buttons in the front here. They're all based on the top. This is plastic, the bottom's plastic. This is the glass part. Half of it's glass, half of it's going to be aluminum. So let's put the cover back, see how it looks from the front, and then we don't need to go in the back no more. Everything's pretty much secure, and we're just going to show you a bird's eye view of how it looks on the top. Like I said, the aluminum is like an L shape. It's half of it goes into the system itself and the other half doesn't. And once you set it up, it just pretty much locks in place with these little nuts here. There's 4 of them that locks in, and we should be ready now. Now when you're doing the cover, when you put the cover back, there's no wrong way of putting it. This actually goes over the glass, so there's no locking mechanism. It's just pretty much all you got to do is just find the indentations, the little holes, and drill plug them in, and that's it. There's nothing that catches the actual case itself, nothing that actually lines the case itself. It's just pretty much these 4 holes that line up the case. So in this port thing, if you take them off, it's gonna fall immediately. So you just be careful when you're taking off the case itself. It's not one of those things that you could just remove. Now the buttons itself are very simple in the front, which I'm a little disappointed with the buttons because they only give you 2 USBs in here and a reset button, a power supply, and the audio connections. That's a little shitty, to be honest with you. I have a machine here right behind me. This machine that I have here, the Monsters, I just opened it up so you guys can see it. It has 4 USBs. How can they get and do that? So that's one of the things I didn't like about it. They give you 2 little USBs in the front. I wish I had more. I mean, I do need more. And on top of that, I mean, it's just the buttons really, it's not a very good place to put the button, because if you put it underneath the desks are pretty much lined up in here. You got to find the button itself. You hit the reset button, you could, you know, it's just nothing's gonna happen. So maybe if they have a button somewhere in the front where you could actually put it, would be a nice thing too. Alright, this is the first time we're going to turn it on, so we'll go to the button on the top, which is right here. Click on it. Nothing. What did we forget? that they always turn it off down here. So just make sure you turn it on first. Crank it up one more time. Bam! Let's see how the color show comes in here. So Soda Gaming comes on. You could hear it's pretty quiet in there. We see it coming up on here with the BIOS. I didn't plug in a keyboard, but I will right now in a bit. We're just looking at all the lighting. Look at the red lighting part of it. It's pretty cool on the side of it. Internal part. Look at this part, the dual one. Red beast. It's crazy. So when you purchase this, it comes with Microsoft Windows 10 Home Edition, not the Pro, the Home Edition. So that's another thing that you want to maybe look into it if you need it. If you don't, you're fine with it. Now we're gonna take a look at what comes in here. We're gonna record some of it internally, see if we could get some video out of it. But performance wise, we're gonna test it out. Video card looks awesome on it. I like this Soda Gaming part, really neat. Adjustable power is right here, of course. Like I said, it's all tagged in there. Color red. I like the red on it. It looks freaking fearsome. I like the whole system itself. Look at it, just sitting here, looks pretty. I wish they had some more color here right in the center. I mean, it's poorly shitty little job right there. I don't like it, just plain and simple. You know, I want something fancy in there. The motherboard itself lights up through the back of it, if you guys see the lights in the back, but not the front. Nothing in the front, only the lining of the MSI. I actually have this motherboard in this system here right next to me, the beast. It's okay, it's a okay motherboard, but not enough room for two of these video cards. Like I said, if you're gonna get two of the RTX on this motherboard MSI, not very good. It is pretty quiet. I'm gonna put the mic right next to it. Even the benchmark, when I was running the benchmark, it sounded pretty quiet here. All the fans are really smooth. It's like silk in here, you know? It's probably the best description I could have. Silk. Really awesome machine. Look at the 3 fans on the GPU. They're all running. You can't hear anything. Well, let's talk about the specs on the machine. I ran a little benchmark. Great observation on the benchmark. It runs really awesome right now, even with 16 gigs. I mean, which is more than what you need for any kind of gaming out there. This will handle every game that's out there right now, from Battlefield, especially Battlefield right now. It's made for Battlefield 5 because of the RAID that the video card could obtain. The GPU has it has a high-end video card, 11 gigs on it. It's an RTX 2080 Ti video card on it that's built in. It's not built in, it's custom made. It's a GTX video card, but they put a little custom logo that I like about it. Another thing is like 3.7, it's an 8700K 3.7 megahertz on it. Like I said, it's a GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. On top of that, it has a bunch of features that are not on specs for other machines, which is great. VR ready. What else can I say about this beautiful machine? Now, it comes with a 3 terabyte hard drive. It's a mechanical drive. It's a larger hard drive, of course. They give you 2 hard drives in here. They give you what, 3 terabyte, which is a mechanical drive, and then they give you a solid state hard drive, which is a 500 gigs drive in there, which I was expecting an M.2 or something better, you know, but The pricing itself is $2,400. It's cheap right now. As soon as Christmas hits, this sucker's not going to be $2,500. The video card is worth over $1,000 itself, you know, so you're paying half of it with the specs that you have. The bad thing about this is that the motherboard, it's a small motherboard. It's a C370 Pro A series. All right, the motherboard itself, there's not enough space for two of these monstrosity of video cards. The video cards itself is almost 2.5 inches. The bad thing about this machine, if you ever want to add another secondary 2080 Ti video card, you're not going to be able to, because each video card, the stock itself, it's about 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches is not going to hit. Either you have to remove the actual fans to make them fit, or you're not going to be able to bridge them. So one thing I noticed, that you're not going to be able to bridge two of these video cards, but that's an overkill. Of course, not everybody's going to do it, or not everybody has the funds to do it. But if you ever decide to do something like that, you might have to consider that on this machine and maybe upgrade the motherboard itself, because the motherboard's a good motherboard, but it's not going to be capable of handling what you want, the two video cards. And that's very important for all the viewers out there, that if you buy this machine, you want to be able to upgrade. So I show you the in-depth in here. There is a slot for M.2 in here. I like about that. But unfortunately, it didn't come with an M.2, of course, in here. You could include yourself your own M.2, of course, in the future, or you could upgrade the actual existing hard drives that it has. There's 3 slots in the back of it. There's no slots in the front of it. There's no entry. You would have to open the back of the back of the case in order to access the actual hard drives. That's the only bad thing about it. The other bad thing I found about it is not enough USBs. They give only four 3.0 USBs, 2 on the top and 2 on the back, and then they give you additional 2.0 USBs on the back. The drive itself, which is the video card itself, it still has all these slots available. Now the system that it came with, the video card is probably the best thing out of the whole system, to be honest with you. That's pretty much what you buy it for. If you're going to save money, I include, hey, buy a machine already that has a pre-built machine, the card in there. Not only that, they customize it, and they also added some little features here where it has their own little logo in there, which is nice and neat, a nice little touch to it. Now PowerPC, I met these guys at E3. They had a whole different machines. They had all these machines that were out of this world setups, you know, awesome killer machines. Now I did like about one thing is the mouse. Look at this mouse. It comes with RGB lighting already, ready to go. They give you additional buttons, which is a good thing that Corsair sells itself. You know, the mouse itself is it's one of the best mouse I see that it comes with a machine, because usually they give you shitty ass mouses. For today, they give you this great mouse and the keyboard. I actually like the keyboard. You know, believe it or not, it's a little bit bulky. You know, it has these buttons on the side. I kind of like that. You know, that's one thing I did like about this whole feature, and I really enjoyed it a little bit more, because I was like, wow, it's not normally they give you a good keyboard and mouse. They normally give you like shitty stuff for this, but this machine came with really good stuff today. I was very impressed. They gave you, not only on top of that, they give you a little manual in there. They give you the actual physical manual, drivers itself. So one thing you want to do when you first get the machine, do the updates. Download NVIDIA Experience, get the latest driver for your video card, because it's not ready to go. Make sure you get the right video card, because if they give you an additional card that's not a 2080 Ti, then they're giving you the regular 20T, not the Ti, you know. So you gotta make sure that you get the right things in there, because a lot of these cases, a lot of people have been doing fraud and stuff. And during the holidays, it's going to get rush hours that you want to make sure you're getting the right things that you order. So first of all, what you want to do is turn it on, make sure you connect to the system, and make sure you do a benchmark. Make sure you are getting the proper hardware that you paid for, because some of these vendors out here, they rush things so much that they forget to put the right video card. Now, when I ordered this one is a 2080 Ti video card, I want to make sure that that's the first thing that was included in here, because that's the whole, pretty much what I got it for, the 20 Ti. You know, this is a great machine for three-dimensional, for programming, for additional BIM developers out there. And included, you could do pretty much anything with this machine. Now, the only thing I think I would probably have to do later down the future, when I add more of the graphical stuff, more of the Photoshop and stuff like that, maybe add a little bit, another 16 gigs on top of it. But right now, as it is, out of the box, it's ready for you guys to pick up and go. I mean, It looks awesome as it is. I'm not sure about the RGB lighting, about changing the RGB lighting to red. I gotta look into that. I gotta do some more testing now, but I just wanted to get this video out for you guys and get it out there as soon as possible. And if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. Great system. I loved it all around. A couple little things I would change here and there, but other than that, it's a great gaming system out of the box. It's a plug and play, ready to go. If you have any questions or anything else, hit that like and subscribe button, because we need additional help out here. For me to make videos like this, I need your support and I need your help. So thank you for guys watching all these videos. Thank you for all your new subscribers out here, and I appreciate all your comments, and I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing. Other than that, I'm your host, Prophet74, and we're out.